Okay, today we're going to start solving our Trimester 3 study guide. We've gone through this together in class. I want to just give you some pointers on how to solve some of them and give you a second opportunity to watch it at home. For simplifying each expression, remember that you're looking for the ones that are like terms. In this problem, we're using the associative property by moving the parentheses around to combine the like terms. Now 21 plus 8, they're both constants, so you can put them together. And then the y is a separate family, so we're going to leave that out. So I'm going to rewrite the problem and move my parentheses to put my like terms together. 21 plus 8 is 29, and then plus y. Since y is alone and there's no other variable, that would be your final answer. Okay, number 2, remember, tell which property is this statement. We know that this is the associative property because none of the numbers have changed. So if you notice, 6.2 plus 8 plus 4 is the same as 6.2 plus 8 plus 4. And the only thing they did was change, they associated with different numbers. So this is the associative property of addition. And some of you asked if you have to put of addition. I was okay without it because this property is also in multiplication, which means that you can just move the parentheses around, but you're not actually changing the problem. I would look up commutative, look up distributive. We had in our notes to make sure that you know the properties when it comes down to the test. Simplify each expression. Now, when you simplify, and it says it's underlined, and it says combine like terms. 5y plus 9 plus 2y plus 8. Remember when I discussed about having the different families? So the families that are the same, that are like terms, are the 5y plus the 2y. Those are like from the y family. Then we have plus 9 plus 8. These are constants. So you can put parentheses just to remind yourself. And then you just start adding. 5 plus 2 is 7y. Plus, you bring down your sign, 9 plus 8 is 17. So that gives you 7y plus 17. Distributive property. Again, when you distribute, you're moving things, you are actually multiplying to each term. So from here to here and from here to here. So 4 times 3 is the same as 4 times 3x. So 4 times 3 is 12. So 4 times 3x is 12x. Then bring down your sign because you have a positive number here and a negative. And 4 times 9 is 36. So now, since I have an x family and a 36, there's nothing I can combine or anything else that I can solve or simplify, so that would be my final answer. Same problem here, number 5, use the distributive property. So I'm going to multiply 8 times 2x, which gives me 16x. I have my plus sign. This is positive, this is positive. 8 times 4 is 32. Again, looking at it, they are not the same family. I cannot combine anything. So my final answer would be 16x plus 32. When we talk about tell whether something is a solution, when you see tell, you are going to give me some type of yes or no answer. So whether it is or is not a solution. So I'm going to rewrite the problem, and instead of this r equals 77, and here's my problem, I'm going to rewrite it by substituting the r for 77. So 77, which I got from here, divided by 7 equals 9. I'm going to simply solve. 77 divided by 7 does not equal 9. 77 divided by 7 equals 11. So 77 as r is not a solution, so we're going to put no. Let's go to the next page. Alright, so for this problem, we went back and forth on it today. If you purchase W items for $8 each, okay, the total cost is $40. So if you have some amount, this W amount. We don't know how much it is. And each one is $8. So you're doing this repeated addition. So if you buy one, it's $8. If you buy two, it's $16, and so forth and so on. Repeated addition is the same as multiplication. So when you write an equation, here's 8 times whatever W is. If I buy 1, if I buy 5, if I buy 10, the cost, and remember, is $40. It says write an equation that you can use to find W. This is an equation that you can use to find W. Some of you did 40 divided by 8 equals W. An equation has the variable in the problem. So just think, if you use division to solve it, then your equation should have the inverse, which should be multiplication. That's your final answer. Now, some of us solve to check. That's totally fine. But what I'm looking for is mainly what's underlined. It's an equation. Factoring an expression. We're going back to, I believe, chapter 6. I'm going to show you two ways. There's more than one way, but the way that I look at it, the easiest way that for you is to go ahead and list your factors of 8, your two numbers, and list your factors of 32. So I have 1 times 8, 2 times 4, and then that's it for 8. 32, I would have 1 times 32, 2 times 16, 4 times 8, and that's it. My greatest common factor, so this is the smallest, 2, 4. My greatest common factor is 8. So I'm going to pull the 8 out, and there's my parentheses. I have to think 8 times x is 8x, plus 8 times what is going to give me 32. 8 times 4 gives me 32. So that's my final answer. 8x plus 4. You can solve to see if you're correct. You should get back this problem, 8x plus 32. Another way that I've done it with you guys is just looking, kind of making it like a division problem and thinking, well, what number goes into both? My largest number. And usually check the number that is here with the x. Well, 8 works for both of them. So 8 is my greatest common factor. I'm going to pull that out. 8x divided by 8 is x, 1x, plus 32 divided by 8 is 4. So let's try it with this one. If I divide both, I have to think what number goes into both. 3 goes into both. Use your smallest number. Okay, 12x divided by 3. So 3 is my greatest common factor. I'm pulling that out. Bring in my plus sign. It's kind of like my skeleton of what I'm going to go in, what's going to go in my parentheses. 12x divided by 3 is 4x, because 3 times 4x is 12. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. So 3, 4x plus 1. Or you can list your greatest common factors of both. The addition property of 0. The addition property of 0 just states that anything added to or subtracted by 0, the number remains the same. Since this problem, I'm going to rewrite the problem here so you can see it. This is the problem we gave you. Okay? 0 plus c, yes, that's the parentheses. That's what you do first. But we can't add anything here because 0 and c are from two, they're not like terms. So I'm going to reuse the associative property, and I'm going to change my parentheses to combine my like terms. Now, that's the associative property. So 10 minus 0 is 10, and what do I have left over is plus c. Can't combine like terms. That's my final answer. Solve each equation. So for this problem, you want to solve and you want to check your solution. I'm going to rewrite it here so you can see it. Okay, if I want to get x alone, I got to get rid of, you always want to work with the side where the variable is. So I'm going to work on this side of the equation. In order to get x by itself, if I have 17, I need to take away 17 to get to 0. What you do to one side, you do to the other. Now, 17 minus 17 is 0, so x stays by itself, and 33 minus 17 is 16. So my x equals 16. Now to check my solution, I'm going to substitute this 16 for x, and I'm going to put 16 plus 17 equals 33. 16 plus 17 is 33, so 33 equals 33, and that checks. On this equation, this is 6 being multiplied to y, so I'm going to do the inverse operation, and I'm going to divide by 6 to get to each side. So y equals 7. So y equals 7. Now I'm going to substitute this 7 to see if it checks. 6, instead of y, we said that y is 7, times 7 equals 48. 6 times 7 does equal 48, so 48 equals 48, and it checks. So 2 parts to get full points. The bottom part talks about the dependent independent variable as we reached a little later in chapter 6. So the equation C equals 7t. C equals 7t. C is the cost in dollars of T tickets for a play. Identify the independent and dependent variable. This is by itself. It stands alone. This is your dependent variable because, sorry about that. This is dependent because it depends on this over here. If the 7 changes, if the T changes, any amount T is going to change the C amount. So this becomes independent on this. This can move freely. This can change at any time, and so this will depend on it. So the independent variable, and be careful here, make sure you read which one's dependent, which one's independent. The dependent variable is your C that's on the outside, and your independent variable is your T. Okay? This is another problem. We had a few discussions about this today. Some of you felt like it was like a one-step equation. It should only have one variable, but really this should have 2 variables. So I'm going to accept what we did today on the study guide, but let's talk about it. If you have $12, so I have $12, okay? It's already with me. It's in my pocket, and I earn. So earn means that I'm going to add, okay? I earn 40 cents for each cup of juice you sell. Write an equation that represents the total amount you have after selling J cups. So it's $12 plus this amount of juice is going to equal how much the total amount is. Okay, so I'm going to put, I'm just going to put A for amount. So $12 that you started with, 40 cents for each cup of juice is going to equal that amount. Now, earlier, we had it on the study guide because we were using one variable for the equation. We had that if you had 0.40 cents cups for each cups of juice, how much would you have for $12? I'm going to accept that. This is the actual equation right here. Okay? If you, this is like a one-step. This is the first part just to see how much you sold, how much cups of juice you sold for $12. But the actual equation is this. All right, use the graph to show the relationship. Remember, this is X, this is Y. Okay? And you have a blank graph that you have to label, show the relationship between time and distance traveled. So your time is your 1, 3, 6, and 12. So this is your X. And up here is your Y. We have 1, 3, 6, 12. I can count by threes. We did different ones. I think I did like 5s on the, so if this is your 0, I'm gonna do by threes. Okay? So I'm gonna say 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And then here I have 5, 15, 30, 60. So I have different methods I can use. I mean, I tried 5s, but it wasn't enough, because if I went 5, 10, 15, 20, that's not going to get